All right, scholars, let's take a look at the interaction with new material. Michaela and her running club are hosting a race. They are painting a line on the pavement every 1/4 mile along the course to help runners see how far they've come. The first segment of the race is 2 1/4 miles, and I'm going to write that right over here. And the second segment of the race is 2 2/4, and I'm going to write that right over here. 2 2/4 miles. What is the total distance of the race? Record your answer as a fraction to show the number of fourths. So for this question, guys, we don't want to just focus on getting the answer here. This is going to be a good opportunity to practice turning this mixed number into an improper fraction. Okay, we're going to try to visualize the think about it and how it looked in order to do this. Okay, so in the think about it, we said that this number means how many parts that it is out of. Okay, so that means this 4 represents that there are 4 parts in a whole. Okay, so if I were to draw this out, and I'll just draw it out once right now, there's going to be 4 parts, and there's 2 holes, so that means there's 2 of these shaded in completely. So if 2 of them are shaded in, that means there's 8 of them so far. Right? If I were to, because I could draw another one real quick, that means there's going to be 8 of them. So one thing I could actually do is I could multiply these two numbers to get that 8 instead. 4 times 2 is 8. So I'll write that 8 up here and kind of keep thinking about that number. And remember, this top number represents, and I'm actually going to end up creating the visual for this one at least, so we could see. Remember, it's still parts out of 4. But what does that 1 mean again? That 1 means that on one of the holes, we only shaded 1 in. Okay? So that means we have 9 parts. Okay? We have 9 parts. And remember, in the improper fraction, the top number, it represents how many parts there are. And just kind of going back a little bit, we could have got 9 by just doing 4 times 2, which is 8, and then add the 1 instead of needing to do this visualization. We want to understand this visualization, but I just showed you right now parts out of 4. Okay, the whole number, a whole part is going to have 4 sections. Okay, so that this is how many parts are in a hole. There's 2 holes, right? So that's 8 parts there, and then 1 more part is 9. But I could just do 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and then the denominator stays the same. All right, so let's try this over here without the visual. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Okay, so 4 times 2 is 8, and then add the 2, and you get 10. So that 10 is going to go up here, and remember, the denominator stays the same. So let's go ahead and add these 2 numbers up. And we'll leave the answer as an improper fraction here. Or we'll quickly turn it back into a mixed number. But honestly, the main focus here, class scholars, is turning this mixed number into an improper fraction. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add this up. Remember, denominator stays the same. Let me go ahead and go with orange. So I'll put a 4 in the middle. And then 9 plus 10 is 19. And if this is how far you can get, it's okay. All right. But I'm going to just quickly turn this into a mixed number quickly here. 4 will go into 19. 4 will go into 19. And we'll go over this more in the scene class. 4 will go into 19 4 times. The denominator is going to stay as a 4, and then there are 3 parts left. Okay. But don't worry if you're not able to turn this improper fraction into a mixed number. For now, just focus on improper fraction or mixed number to improper fraction, and eventually we'll practice the other concept.